Hi, welcome to Slovenia. This time I'm actually in Slovenia, not in Germany, and reporting from my little clothes studio for my project Busy Ecoland that I got awards in European Union in 2012, and then later also Germany, Austria, and Britain. But basically, like, my concern for skin, our third kidney, went a little bit more extreme, and because I like fashion, I basically learned that 95% of all textiles in commercial clothing contains toxic chemicals. So that's why in 2010 I started to do this, and it's basically a low profit project. 3 single moms are seamstresses, and I basically design everything and put online. Everything is bespoke, unique, handmade, of course fair trade, and also we use only organic materials. Or as this new creation that I have on me, that is basically my recycled jeans since I was a kid, believe it or not. And also my mom's old pants that we put like a rubber band inside because I just can't stand things being tight on me and uncomfortable. So I wanted to start here a little bit more for fun, but I'm gonna read today my lecture that I gave in Slovenia about a month ago. And I think I'm probably the first person who presented Dr. Morse here. A lot of people were really thrilled about it, to learn all this knowledge, and I'm going to share it also with you. This is basically basics, so whoever is already Dr. Morse detox specialist or iridologist is probably going to be a little bit boring. But for everybody who wants to like share like basic knowledge and what Dr. Morse is about, this is it. I believe hopefully this is going to be helpful for everybody who's starting or trying to inspire somebody to naturally heal. And yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit around my studio here. I prepared. I'm going to tape with the computer. I hope you're going to enjoy this. I'm full of like organic orange juice right now and a lot of energy. So hopefully I'm going to keep this up because it's like a lot of reading. So in a second, more from me. Ciao. The jacket is off. Got a little bit hot in here. But let me actually just start. The title of the lecture I named is Healing Chronic Diseases Naturally via Cellular Regeneration, a lecture inspired by the teachings of Dr. Robert Morse. So I'm not, this is basics, of course, to help you out if you haven't heard much about Dr. Robert Morse in natural healing and his methods and so on. And as you know, diseases are basically symptoms. We all have the same disease, which is caused by acidosis and started in our GI tract by, mucus-forming foods, acid-ash foods. So let me just start. Introduction. Food is information that talks to our DNA and gives it instructions to it what to do. Fruit is the food that has the highest vibration with the biggest electrical and energy content, completely without cruelty. We do not have to pull it or cut it, it falls on the floor for us. And the only food that can heal and regenerate also human nerves and brain. And of course, it's the fastest we digest it, but we basically digest it the fastest as well. History. Humans are frugivores, and by leaving our tropical home, we began to abandon the perfect food for us, fruits. Because of colder weather, we were forced to plant potatoes, grain, and complex starches. In extremely cold areas, we even had to learn how to kill animals and cook foods because raw was not tasty and hard to digest. And in the coldest climates, very little could grow. Of the million of species on this planet, we are the only one that cooks our food, so humans. We are the only being on this planet that cooks and therefore destroys critical vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, nutrients in our foods. Fortunately, technology and infrastructure enables us these days to return to our original food and regenerate human health, or at least partially heal the damage done through degeneration, which over time has become even more serious. So so-called cancers, tumors, diabetes, ALS, thyroid issues, and autoimmune issues all comes from you know, us abusing our bodies and eating foods that are not meant to be eaten by a human. Even the most talented and educated allopathic doctors sadly do not know how to actually heal most of our diseases. They're dealing only with symptoms because they do not understand how our body truly works. On top of that, profit-driven medical and pharmaceutical industries dominate the official mainstream medical modalities covered by our medical insurance. It was not always like that. Before the wealthy American Rockefeller donated to American medical educational institutions big money and told them what to teach, we also had naturopaths using herbs and diet to heal people instead of radiation, chemical drugs, and surgeries typical for the allopathic medical communities. This knowledge was nearly lost to history until German doctor Arnold Ehret experienced great success healing chronic and other diseases with the help of diet, detoxification of the body, the consumption of fruits, naturopathy, herbs, and connecting man back to nature. So sun, walks, lymphatic massage, and so on. He wrote many books, like The Mucus Diet Healing System, and spread his knowledge all over the world. While in California during World War I, he developed many followers and pupils there. After finishing a series of 4 lectures on healing through fasting in Los Angeles to a crowd with at least 100 persons unable to secure seats, he died suddenly due to a skull fracture under very mysterious circumstances. No witnesses late at night on the street attributed this slipping due to new shoes. The successful naturopaths certainly represented danger for allopaths. Later, his knowledge was continued by doctors such as Dr. Bernard Jensen, who added to the natural treatment of Ehret also diagnosis illnesses and organs damage through eye analysis, iridology, and sclerology. The knowledge of all these natural physicians, all of whom were also officially allopathically educated, it's now shared by a doctor from Florida, Dr. Robert Morse ND, also my teacher, who has healed over 150,000 people successfully. He didn't heal them. People heal themselves, but just, figure of speak. In the last 40 years, carcinomas, thyroid diseases, stroke, tumors, diabetes, weight issues with hormonal basis, chronic bone and joint pains, herpes, HIV, exceptional success also in paraplegics and other partially disabled people, infants and children with unexpected seizures, learning disorders, meningitis, encephalitis, and so on. So, video why allopathic way of healing is dominating Western world, I'm adding below. It's basically called, secret cancer, like secret hand, something like that. But anyways, check that video below. So, how the human body works, the basics. When we're in mom's belly still, just a little embryo, the cells of digestive tract are the first one to develop. And the first whole organ, heart with nervous system, limbs, cardiovascular system, and so on. The link below on that a little bit. If you're interested more in that, do research. The GI tract is the trunk from which the rest of the body develops, and the rest of your body remains intricately connected with it. The importance of our digestive tract is remarkable. Many illnesses begin in it, and virtually all we have some sort of connection to it. Again, I'm adding the video below about association of diseases with the state of the gut. I'm going to also play it here a little bit. So here we see a healthy colon, and then this is unhealthy colon. I'm going to try not to show too much. As you can see, it's like all this mucus-looking things, basically preventing nutrition to be absorbed through the colon into the blood and organs. Yeah, quite gross. But this is the reality and the truth. So here we have like male, 49 years old, obesity, diabetes, and this is tons of parasites that we know we kind of help ourselves with parasite M and G formulas from tinctures from Dr. Morse. to clean that up faster. Yes, we all have parasites, no matter what allopathic medical doctors claim. Oh wow, this was another unhealthy colon. Unbelievable. Another unhealthy colon. Polyps. And then we have breast cancer colon, chronic constipation. You can see with serious diseases we have more of the problem, really a lot of mucus. This is sad. Okay, I think this is enough to get the point across. Via the digestive tract nutrition, minerals, vitamins, enzymes from food comes into our blood and further to all organs in our body. If there are obstacles in the gastrointestinal tract, some organs do not get enough nutrients. The diseased parts of the gut can be directly linked to diseased body parts. The cells get food through the blood, but after they use it, they discard all the toxins and metabolic wastes into the lymphatic system, which then eliminates these wastes through the kidneys, urine, the skin, and digestive tract. So this is very important, and this is the core of all teaching. Its lymphatic system is extremely important, and that our cells is like a baby. It eats and it poops. And sadly, we're ignoring this pooping part, which is basically ending up in lymphatic waste in the lymphatic system. If our elimination system, kidney, skin, digestive tract, does not work properly, this waste gets stuck and causes acidity of certain parts of the body. This acidity can break down cells, even causing mutation of the cell, organs or whole parts of the body, swelling of certain organs, tumors, pain, edema, rashes. Usually we notice these impacts first in genetically weaker organs. Collecting water, fat around certain cells and organs is the natural protection of our body against acidosis, so acidity. Every living animal has a system for taking in nutrients and for cleaning it out. Just like a horse, they all have a kitchen for nutrients, blood, and a sewer system for waste, the lymphatic system. When the sewer system backs up in a house, big problems start to happen. Why are we ill? Ooh, wait. Oh, okay, lymphatic system. Something's wrong up there. Therefore, the healthy functioning of the lymphatic system and glands is of the key importance in the elimination of toxins and general human health. Unfortunately, allopathic doctors have only begun to understand how important the lymphatic system is for the human body in the last few years. Dr. Robert Morse teaches the lymphatic system is the key factor for human health, just as health of our digestive system. Genius. Simple. Specific diseases do not actually exist. They are symptoms that result from acidosis and obstructions that build when our lymphatic system is not properly functioning. The allopathic community likes to give names to sets of symptoms as though these symptoms are disease entities which take hold of people. So cancer, stroke, in fact, angina, sclerosis, which also enables them to sell chemicals, drugs that do not cure the real source of the problem, but only suppress the pain, inflammation, accumulation of water or fat or fever, and almost always the body's own cleaning response, fever, swelling, acne, and so on. Long term, these medications only harm us. When you suppress cleansing actions of your body, you lock in toxins that become your nightmare later. Furthermore, many of these medicines, especially antibiotics, often contain sulfur, which lodges in the body, breaks down tissue, feeds fungus. Serious stuff. We can check if our elimination system works properly in a very simple way. We urinate into a transparent glass container and look if the urine is transparent or if there are visible white dots, ribbons, or very cloudy formations in there. Hopefully, we get a lot of sediment at the bottom of the glass after a few hours. Pure, clear urine is unfortunately a sign that our kidneys and the lymphatic system are not working properly. Just like constipation is the major GIT problem. We should poop after each meal. Good luck with that one. Or lack of sweating or sweating too much, issues with skin toxin elimination. Comes back to clothes too. Watch out what you're wearing. Those sports clothes, you know, made out of polyester and plastic materials, those little pieces of plastic are constantly going through your skin into your blood. So watch what you're wearing, wear natural materials. It's very important. You have your clothes a long time on your skin. And yeah, like I think a lot of people are forgetting that our skin is like a sponge. It's not like a shield. It's like a sponge. So protect yourself, and protect yourself with like a healthy clothes, you know, or, you know, never wear something that you haven't washed before after you bought it. That's for sure. Really dangerous, because on the boats they spray against the rodents and all that stuff, and so the clothes don't get eaten by the little bugs and so on, and that toxic stuff. Wash the clothes, wear organic. So, what is really crazy is that the medical community considers sediment in urine a problem because it's so rare due to human diet. And if they see it, they will often prescribe antibiotics. I mean, right? The truth is exactly the opposite. Sediment in the body Sediment is the body getting rid of metabolic wastes and toxins, of course. So now to go to food and detox. To prevent problems in the gut and acidification of the body, lymphatic stagnation, we must eat foods that do not cause it and do not create mucus in our body. Those are foods that alkalize the body, mainly fresh fruits and vegetables. Our diet should focus on simple sugars that are not the most easily digestible and used for humans. So fruits, melons, berries, and vegetables that grow like fruits. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, zucchini, avocado. From these simple sugars, our body can build fats and proteins by itself if we need them. Proteins are not only difficult to digest for our organism, they must be broken into amino acids before they can be consumed, but they also take away the energy that our body uses for other functions, fighting against acidosis, treating already diseased cells and organs. The Western world, a victim of protein myth, is even more affected by media pressure that people need to consume a lot of proteins if you want to be healthy and strong. This is the biggest lie of the modern world, which slowly kills us in addition to processed food. If we look at the composition of human mother's milk, the ideal food for humans in essence, it is most similar to the composition of banana. A lot of sugar, some fats, and the least proteins. I think ratio is like about 7:4:1. What could possibly be healthy about dead flesh that has been rotting for days and then burned? Primates, our closest physical cousins, are primarily frugivores when given the opportunity, and they can easily rip a human's arm off. Right? I mean, the human body does not have a cow or horse gut. Our gut is 12 times the length of our spine. The horse's is 30 times the length of our spine, so much longer gut. And therefore, cellulose in the leaves, vegetables greatly burdens our digestive system, which again cannot focus on healing or restoring cells. But cellulose can help in cleansing the body if all day we eat, for example, fruit, and dinner we have a salad that cleans the melted by fruit stuff from the GIT. Therefore, when cleansing, building muscles, and treating the body, we suggest using vegetable juices in addition to fruit that does not burden the bowels. So alfalfa sprouts are really, really good. Like if you're trying to get muscle and build your, that would be the way to go. Fruit is the easiest to digest food with the most necessary nutrients. Fruit is digested within like 20 minutes, vegetables 30 minutes, 2 hours. Complicated carbohydrates like potato, I think hour and more, and beans, seeds, nuts, 2 and more hours, dairy products 4 and more, cheese stagnates in our GIT like forever, I think like a whole day even more, and meat, 24 hours and more. Fruit is the ideal human food that enables cleansing and healing of the bowel and colon, indirectly the entire body. Each fruit has a detoxification function. So basically, fruits are the cleaners and healers. Veggies are pretty much builders. That's how I would define this. So each fruit has a detoxification function. Citruses are the best cleansers of our GI and organism. So fresh lemon juice, orange, grapefruit, mandarin for the beginning of the day is ideal. Melons, watermelon, sweet melons, do not mix melons with other fruits, yeah, because they digest the fastest of all, and they can cause fermentation and a lot of, you know what, winds. So pineapple, grapes are exceptional meal anytime. Yeah, grapes, magic. If you can get, I would recommend always organic, local grapes while they're in the season, because I don't know how it's otherwise in the world, but like I have a hard time getting like a good grapes on, you know, anytime. Like the best grapes are basically August, September, October, you know, and then it's over. So pineapple, grapes are exceptional meal anytime. Berries like blueberries, blackberries, organic strawberries nourish the nerves and feed the brains on the and for the digestive system are ideal apples. So if you have like problems with your belly and you have gastritis or some kind of problems, start with the apples. Very, very good. You know, not so irritating as citruses maybe that will be for the beginners. Sweet fruits like banana, dates, figs are a great meal for dinner and a mixture for the extra energy. For dinner, we can also enjoy salads. Cellulose scraps what the fruit melted before inside the intestine. Ideally, with simple pure lemon dressing. In detox, we avoid, so no vinegar, right? In detox, we avoid all stimulants, coffee, cocoa, real tea, tobacco, alcohol, grains, legumes, unless we sprout them, of course, starchy foods like potatoes, cereals, and in particular foods of animal origin. So beef, pork, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, and all dairy products such as butter, cheese, cream, milk. And of course, all cooked foods. Cooking destroys nutrients and makes food acidifying. So a little video below, the truth about fruit. You can check on your own to go research this more in the detail. So now to touch a little bit something that I'm very passionate about and I love doing, and I think everybody who gets into iridology and sclerology probably will get passionate about it because it's so exciting to be able to do this. So Dr. Bernard Jensen also introduced an analysis of iris and sclera of the eye in his method of natural treatment and diagnosis, where certain patterns, colors, and 3D forms tell a lot about the patient's systemic health. So problems of degeneration, inflammation, irritation, which are shown in several organs simultaneously. This direction of alternative medicine is today mocked by allopathic community, but in 1670 it appeared in the medical books as a legitimate source of health analysis, Chromatica Medica by Philippus Mayers, and detailed maps created on the basis of the practical examples were used in the 19th century by Hungarian Dr. Ignaz van Persily. The official institute for iridology, the Felke Institute, is located in Gerlingen, Germany, and it expanded in the United States after 1950 as a non-invasive alternative analysis in general human health without drastic intervention. So no blood radiations using artificial dyes and more chemicals in the body. As you know, that could be very invasive when people are checking out like your health. And we don't like needles, right? Nobody likes needles, so we just swallow and just like, okay, we gotta give blood. All right, fine. The basis is drawn up map that we place on the photo of the iris so we can see which organs are genetically weakened. More affected by the various diseases, acidosis basically. Or in which we have lymphatic stagnation, the source of acidity and diseases again. And in sclera, also which parts of the body are inflamed by acidosis at this very moment. So basically, iris is where you have the most information, but sclera is helping you to define inflammations at this very time. So what is your body struggling at this very moment? And I like doing both. I mean, just really enjoying all this. So yeah, something interesting. All people have a blue or a brown color of iris. Other colors like green, light brown, hazel, orange, gray brown are various toxins in our body. Sulfates from medicine, vaccines, artificial hormones, heavy metals, stagnant lymph that can be cleaned by detoxification, and that way the health of the person is remarkably restored. From the density of fibers in the iris, we can determine what kind of genetic we have. Dense fibers, good genetic constitution. A lot of lagoons and holes, poor genetic constitutions. And based on these results, also the rate of detoxification and recovery of an individual. You can see pretty good genetics will enable you to detox faster, of course. So here's a little examples of the patterns and signs of certain problems in the body. So in this example, visible already Solaris, a toxis, poorly functioning digestive tract that influences then other organs. You can actually follow this array of darkness, and then it connects the diseased organ with something that's going on in GI tract. So second, then it's like holes, lagoons, crypts, weakened organs where blood does not bring so much nutrients. Then we have an example of nerve or stress rings. This is like, you see this like breaking of the light, like broken glass in iris. This means like nervous tension in the muscle that affects the organs. I have a lot of these. Dark rings around iris is called also scurf ring. Signifies toxic skin, obstructive sweating, acne, skin allergies, brittle nails, hair loss. Then lymphatic rosary. This is a severe lymphatic system problems, stagnation, and I have a lot of cases of that too. And then here is the sodium cholesterol ring that indicates problems with the metabolism of fat and triglycerides, cholesterol basically. Usually represents also liver problems and caused by overuse of salt sometimes. And then we have arcus senilis, a blurred edge on the highest peak of the iris, if you can see here, means poor circulation of oxygen supply to the brain, and causes Parkinson's disease, memory loss, and so on. Alright, now we're moving in the second part of the lecture, which will be about fasting, herbs, and then emotional, social, and environmental factors that are very important. So, to talk about fasting, just the basics. In nature, animals naturally fast when they're ill. This allows the body to focus its energy on cleansing and not on digestion. Dr. Morse does not recommend drastic fasts, but the intermittent 12-hour plus dry fast, sleep included, of course, without any drinking and eating, that is, represents the time when the body rests and heals damages and problems at the cellular level, we're talking, of course. Our body uses much better nutrients from the food in the remaining time. We can easier focus, burn fat, balance weight loss, of course, balance sugar levels, insulin, double the overall immunity of the body. We age slower and the skin becomes cleaner. Like other animals, when we get sick, we naturally lose our appetite ourselves. Our body makes us fast with its inherent intelligence. Honestly, sometimes I believe our bodies are smarter than our brain. You know what I mean? It's a perfect machine. Perfect machine. A fast for up to 3 days can fix a lot of difficulties in metabolism, especially if it's continued for a day or two with fruit juices. If you cannot be without food or drinking for so long, Dr. Morse recommends natural, fresh juices from one fruit, a monofruit fast, wonderful stuff for cleansing. According to the latest research, a 72-hour fast should regenerate the entire immune system. Link below. Crazy stuff like what they discovered. We do not practice long fasting until we are on the raw foods for a few months, especially fruit, and our cells are sufficiently hydrated and ready for deeper cleansing and treatment. Yeah, so when you're starting, please eat fruits maybe 2-3 months at least before you're doing some crazy fasts and hurt yourself. And we don't want toxins to come immediately out and really throw you into really painful situations. So the one important topic with Dr. Morse, we really appreciate him for making all this herbs for us that help us heal. So I want to say a little bit about that. So herbs are plants that are not hybrids, like most fruits and vegetables today are, as you know. But the original forms of plants that were here for hundreds and thousands of years ago. For this reason, they have the irresistible power of cleansing and regeneration of the human body, in addition to being used in the diet as spices and fragrances. Some have been used for spiritual and meditational purposes for millennia. In Middle Age Europe, many homes had a herbal healing garden and a book, How to Heal with Herbs, every medical problem they might have. Some of it was crazy and totally useless, but you got the point, right? The most effective are fresh but drying capsules, tinctures, and subsequent boiling can help to improve their action. Herbs are an extremely important part of treatment with Dr. Morse's method. With healing nutrition, fruits, and daily fasting as the base, herbs accelerate the regeneration and cleansing of organs, straighten them, and help the body to excrete faster all of the toxins. Herbs are created to support gland, organ, and tissue function. Unlike how they are often described, they are not made for diseases. There is man-made concept. Herbs support and heal parts of the body. Dr. Morse uses herbs in alcohol-based tinctures or glycerin-based teas and powder and capsules. Some come from the tradition of Native Americans, others from Europe. Dr. Morse's herbs are tested for over 25 years. In Slovenia, I have to say, herbalism is still fairly well preserved, part of everyday life, and we can be extremely proud of this tradition. A friend of mine, Jože Majes, is fabulous regarding that. Below is a link in UK and also in US to the herbs you can buy already and help yourself out. I'm a really big fan of his Heal All Tea. I use it for everything. Healing, cosmetics, beauty, everything you can imagine. Alright, so this is the last segment I want to be today talking about. And this is about emotional, social, and environmental factors, impacts. I'm just going to touch this a little bit, but hopefully you're going to get, that's also very important. It's not only what we eat, the environment, it's also other things. So for emotional healing, the most effective is laughter and forgiveness. It is important to truly forgive anyone who has done us something bad in our lives, including ourselves. So you have to forgive yourself for the stuff that you think that you did that was wrong. Hard mission, but it's part of the whole healing. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we're not aware of how strongly our actions can affect anyone. In the end, we're just people, and no one is perfect. 1 minute of laughter raises your immunity for 24 hours. 1 minute of anger lowers it for 5 hours. So it's important that when you're sick, you smile as much as possible. I'm saying watch funny movies, romantic comedies, listen to jokes, watch videos of animals and children, funny clips. I love that stuff. We always, especially dogs. For example, on YouTube, right? The past is gone and we cannot change it. We do not know the future, so we live as much as possible in the now. Fear loses its power when we live in the now. I recommend Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, of course, so link below if you want to read it. Wonderful book. And yeah, past is past. Focus on now. It will help you create a better future. For all of my patients, I also recommend daily affirmations. In the morning and in the evening, say about 10 times convincingly with visualizations if possible, in front of the mirror or before bedtime. For example, I'm healthy, I feel wonderful, I'm loved, my body feels great. This will convince your brain to think positively and prevent you from feeling like a victim. You can also write affirmations in the booklet again and again and subconsciously manifest the desired changes in your life. Ooh, look who's joined us. This is my rescue, Neo, from Croatia. We found him on the street. He didn't have hair. And look at this gorgeous little puppy. You know what? Petting your dogs and taking care of animals and loving them, big influence on your health. It really helps you relax and be in a better mood. I mean, how can you look at this cute face and be in a bad mood? All right, so let me continue a little bit with this, and we're almost done. So, the power of now for affirmations. Movement of the lymphatic system while detoxing and natural healing is crucial. So walk your dogs. Very important. I'm so strict about that. Healing every day, 1 hour walking. Walking in the nature is so ideal. So I recommend 1 hour or more walking in the nature with dog from the shelter. If you can help rescues and make their day better, and they will make your day better. Embrace trees, walk barefooted to ground our energy, breathe deep, make at least per day 30 extremely deep breaths. You can get dizzy a little bit. It's really, really good. Meditate daily, sit down for 10 minutes, breathe deeply, and try not to think about anything. That's a hard one, right? At least for me. What? We're just seeing your belly, Mia. What is happening here? What is happening here? You're going to go somewhere? I think he's bored by my reading. The most difficult part of natural healing is our social environment. So this is where is the crucial point, because this is hard, right? Come, let's pet each other. Social environment and people who do not understand our path. So family and friends. I'm talking about family and friends here. I suggest that you talk with all of them about what you are doing and prepare them for our detox journey, possible healing crisis, and explain simply what you are up to. Weight loss is part of the natural healing. Poor disease cells need to go, and in the future ones will be built with the help of true for human food, raw fruits and vegetables. After a few days of fresh fruit juices or monofruits eating, we can find ourselves in a healing crisis. When toxins come from our cells and the old lymph full of toxins and waste begins to move through our body, certain organs can hurt. Pain moves across all organs that have ever been damaged or ill in our lifetime. We can get fever, diarrhea, headaches, cough. In extreme cases, we find blood in our poop and even pus. In other places, my healing crises were crazy. Like somebody's ripping up my belly, kidneys, pus coming out of my female organs, blood. I couldn't walk, fever, highest fever I have in my life probably. I was waking up in a pool of sweat, but then after some time, you just, oh my God, I have a new body. It's amazing what happens. So, and the cool part is, it is up to us if we can tolerate these pains, or we go even deeper in the cleansing of the body, or if it's too much, we can just stop it by eating salad or cooked vegan meal. So you just eat a couple of potatoes and pain is gone, more or less. Or issues, right? So here's my favorite topic. Skin is our biggest organ and third kidney. We daily forget and ignore the fact that it's extremely porous and absorbs for all the toxins that comes into contact with. So morphine patches, artificial hormone, nicotine patches, you know how that works. It's just basically coming through your skin. In addition to the skin, the main secretion of our body, if there are too many accumulated toxins, then the third kidney does not work, so sweating is stopped. In addition to the skin, the main secretion of our body occurs through the digestive tract and kidneys, so urine. But most people have problems with metabolism, malabsorption, and kidneys filtering, adrenal gland issues, so be careful what you put on your skin. So acne, pimples, allergies, excessive or non-excessive sweating, psoriasis, nail, hair loss, it's all connected. Acne is a clear sign that your kidneys are not filtering lymphatic waste, and your body has to rely on the skin to push out waste. What else would pus from pimples be? It is not blood. I recommended always natural organic cosmetics, makeup, detergents, cleaners, and clothes from natural, preferably organic, materials that breathe like organic cotton, hemp, bamboo, and linen, and avoid artificial materials. So small pieces, I've been mentioning that before, small pieces of plastic pass through the skin or blood from polyester garments like sportswear. Most of the colors are toxic for nature and us as well. So they contain, basically colors contain heavy metals and carcinogens. Ugh, this is a hard word, carcinogens. That is why I started low profit, healthy and ethical fashion home project, beesecoland.com, in 2010, that I spoke about in the beginning of this video, to make sure clothes I wear do not hurt or exploit other people, animals, or pollute our planet. I share these samples with the world to order as well, of course. Yes, you can check on my website regarding that, and order whatever you want. So this is it for now. Hopefully this is a lot, but I wanted to give you like touch all these topics, and then you can go into these specific topics and explore even more. Oh, I wanted to share with you, I'm very proud, this is a magazine of my friend Liliana, and it's totally focused on design, but they published an article, my article, about healing with fruits, even how to make an ice cream, which is amazing. I'm really proud of this article. I'm really proud of, you know, that somebody like that who is focused on design actually think about also health, but she also focuses on eco-design and so on, so it's kind of really nice addition to the magazine. Available only in Slovenia, but you know, I wanted to share with you because this is my first major article regarding that. Like, I've been a lot in the media regarding the sustainable fashion project, Bees Ecoland, that I'm doing, but never about this, and I'm really impressed how they put it together and represent it in a really beautiful way. My next video is going to be about special soul, special being that really influenced my life, and it's not human, believe it or not. It's my dog Trinity that passed away about 4 months ago, and finally I'm ready to talk about her and funny stories from New York City to Berlin to Boston to Slovenia, Croatia, Vienna. She was such a light in our life, and hopefully I can make a tribute video for her, that it's also going to be about healing her, because we're also naturally healing her. So take care, I'll see you soon, and hopefully I'll give you like a little base so you understand what this whole Dr. Morse is about and this whole natural healing is about. Love to all, bye.